So let's get started, bros. Here we have the 360 of Constructicon Scavenger, who looks awesome and super posable in his arms.
Now here is your video.
So welcome back, bros, to another video review. And here we have the Transformers the Movie 86 Constructicon Scavenger, who is a deluxe class figure. So let me go ahead and get this out into the air before I get started. Basically, Amazon sent me this figure a while back while I was about to be on vacation. Haven't got a chance to review. I'm just getting started. I am backlogged. With that being said, let's take a look at the contents at Constructicon Scavenger. So for Scavenger, this is what we get inside of the packaging. We get Scavenger himself, and he also comes with his blaster, and standard to all Transformers, the instruction manual. So here we are taking a closer look at the details on this figure, and I must say, Scavenger looks definitely as he did, as closely resembled in the movie and in the cartoon. I really can't gripe too much, but of course there is one area where we all can gripe. Right off the bat, I'm gonna bring it a little bit closer so you can see what the heck is going on right here. We see this is painted definitely as an eyesore, in my opinion, on this toy. It is purple molded plastic that is painted lime green, so it doesn't really scale or fit with the lime green plastic. I don't understand why that couldn't be lime green fist, because it looks like the whole arm is made out of lime green plastic. So there's a difference. That's lime green plastic. That's purple plastic painted. So that's my only gripe in details. So other than that, like I said, guys, it looks good. I'm happy with it. I'm satisfied that I'm one step closer to making the 86 Devastator. As when it comes to the articulation, it is standard what we get with all Constructicons. The arm can bend 90, as you can see. It can swivel because it's on a ball joint. The hand can hinge in and out, and that's due to transformation, so that's not really additional articulation. It rotates 360, as you're aware of. There is no waist swivel right now because this guy is a chunky block when it comes to the waist. The legs can kick up this high. You do have a knee bend, which is 90 degrees, as you can see. Just following the same as the other previous Constructicons I reviewed. They have the ankle rockers, and then you got a little bit of toe articulation where the toes can fold in more, and that's due to transformation. The head is pretty much locked into place, y'all. You can't really do nothing but look down, look left and right. It would have been nice if you could have him look up. That would have been cool. Like when they're forming phase 3 Devastator, he could be like, okay, it's time to form the arm, but I guess you gotta bend his legs back to get him looking up a little bit. But like I said, overall, it is a good range of articulation for what we get for a combiner. So I can't really complain too much. And I know you're like, bro, you skipped 2 other ones. Yes, I am aware that I will be doing each of the Constructicons individually. And then when we get all of them, we will do a Devastation final review and appreciation video. So here we are looking for comparisons with these figures. Here we have Scavenger in the middle, we have Scrapper on his right, and then we have Bone Crusher on his left. They all look good. They all have that unison lime green, which is good, and I'm happy about that. They're scaling very good. They're about the same size, so I'm pretty much happy. I mean, I can't really complain. They look good as Constructicons. They all got their guns. And we will also compare those with Unite Warriors also briefly in this video review. So you know I had to do it, bros. I knew you guys were wanting and waiting to see this comparison. Here we have the Unite Warriors Devastator versus the Studio Series 86. Now, there are little subtle differences. As you can see, there is way more paint and details on the Unite Warriors versus the Studio Series. The Studio Series is more like cartoon screen accuracy, and I feel like the Unite Warriors is more like toy accuracy, I guess you could say. They take the details to a whole new level when it comes to the Takara Unite Warriors, is basically what I'm trying to say. Now, as you see with Unite Warriors, there were differentiations from the Combiner Wars version of Devastator. This is like where they took their inspirations. As you can see in the elbows, they both have the ball joints. They have the ball jointed shoulders. Transformation is very similar between the two of these. The one thing I think that's lacking is that the extra kibble in the back right here that is showing. This is a little bit more clean to give them a bigger, more crotch area to hide that area. But other than that, this is the differences. I don't want to go too much into that because I want to do that Unite Warriors versus Studio Series comparison appreciation video later on. But I had to do it, guys, because I know you're going to ask, because I did it before in the previous Constructicon videos that I've already reviewed. Stay tuned for more. So here we have more Decepticons in this comparison segment of my video review. We have a leader class, which is Megatronus. Yes, I have Studio Series 86 Megatron. He is not right here in my reach to grab for this video review. We also have Voyager class Skybite. We have, I think his name is Runabout, or he may be Runamuck. So like I said, I know them. I just can't remember off the top of my head the color and the names right now. Then we have Rumble. Then we have, that's core class, by the way. Then we have Legends class. We have Wingspan. Then we have Vortex, which is the Combaticon, which will be the new figure or combiner coming out in 2026. Just showing you that he is a little bit smidge shorter than the Constructicons. So yes, the Constructicons are a little bit taller, especially Scavenger, to be frank about that, and definitely Scrapper. So now it's time for transformation, bros. I'm pretty sure you're aware of how to transform them, so I'm gonna do it quick, just so we can get it in out of the way. He is sort of like the basic out of the group. He's kind of like Bulldozer, in my opinion. There's not much to him. Some of the parts on mine are actually pretty darn stiff, and I do got an issue with my copy that's not too bad. So, I mean, I am a little disappointed, but it is what it is. I'm enjoying the toy for what Hasbro has given us. So unlock these shoulders so that they can get straightened out. There's a lot of clicking. You'll definitely see that when it's time for that. Rotate the forearms. I'm tripping. Rotate them this way. Oh, shoot. Okay, this way. I'm sorry, guys. I done showed you all around the world how to rotate the forearms like a noob. So anyway, let's go ahead and unhook this right here on the back. And then let's go ahead and pull this out just so it's out the way. And then now bring the shoulders, hinge them up this way. Now this is where I'm starting to get an issue with mine. Descend the forearms and the regular part of arms. Try to straighten it up as best as you can right here to give it a flat surface. Now this is the issue on my copy. Right here, I have tried so many times to squeeze that in there. On my copy, it is not going. That is the best it is doing, and I don't know what to do to get that piece in there to like lock in flush. So I don't want to break it. I probably could use like some tweezers or like a nail file to try to like squeeze it in there, but as you see, it's not going, guys. So I'm not going to break it because I'm definitely want to use this to form Devastator later on and stuff like that. So basically, you got the front pretty much done. Make sure the shoulders are lined up, squeezed in perfectly. You can pull the crane arm out, have it like that, and then basically, like I said, guys, I'm not trying to make a long video. Swing the legs forward. Just like this, tab them in, and then that is pretty much what you get for his Constructicon mode, and it's actually pretty good. Weapon storage, it looks like the only thing you get is right here, so that kind of sucks because I'd rather have the gun posted on the side or the back or whatever, and then straighten out his back treads, and now you have Scavenger transform into his alt mode. So here we have the 360 of Constructicon Scavenger, and he is ready to wreak devastation all over the Autobots. So real briefly, I just want to take a look at the details on this figure. For what we get, Hasbro has given us a pretty good representation of Scavenger. So, I mean, I like it. It looks good. The arms, like I said, you just got to keep wiggling them and keeping them locked in because this, like I said, this side has a little, it's like a toddler right now. He's throwing a temper tantrum because it doesn't want to go in that piece. So it's kind of making my arms have gaps right there. But other than that, I mean, it's a solid piece, guys. I really can't complain. It looks good. It has, very little details in alt mode besides what you get right here on the silver for the treads and then for the cockpit right here to control the crane arm, I guess, or the scooper or whatever you want to call it. I'm not a construction worker, so I don't know the terminology for this, but I think it's pretty cool. And here we are for comparisons, guys. Here are the 5 Constructicons that I own. Yes, I haven't reviewed 2 out of these 5. They will be coming soon. They look good as a group. I'm definitely digging how they scale with one another. And then I can't wait to get the final, which will be Mixed Master whenever Amazon decides to put that on my doorstep. So here we are to the comparison that everybody wants to see. We will get a more thorough, in-depth comparison when I do that video later on, comparing all of the Night Warriors compared to the Studio Series 86. Now that I said that and got the way, here we have the Unite Warriors right here, and here we have the 86 right here in the movie. Now, the biggest difference that you're going to see is the colors. This is more like that lime yellow green, while this is more of that dull green of Devastator that we saw in the movie. Now, the difference as in the playability in his alt mode is going to be the crane. Attachment right here definitely rotates, as you can see. You can have him doing some crazy crane moves, and this right here doesn't move. So that kind of sucks. So when it comes to Studio Series, you don't, oh, well, I'm sorry, guys. It was just stiff. You get all the articulation you did in Unite Wars, and then you also get the hinge right here to have the scooper. So yes, that's definitely looking good. I like that. And then the one drawback that this doesn't have, it does not have wheels. So that kind of sucks. But other than that, it is definitely an upgrade over this. But I do think this right here has more paint details than this. And the reason why I say that is because I would have kind of liked some of the silver decked out right there. Some of the vents painted wherever they may be on the figure. And, a little metal right here would have been nice right here on the arm of the scooper, I guess. As you see, more details right there, which I would have loved to have, which we don't have. And then, like I said, the biggest bonus is the wheels. You got the wheels right here to make it roll so it's not like scuffing up your table. So, and lastly, for comparisons, I had to bring this out. I had to go upstairs. I didn't want to, but just to show you guys that I have it, the video review or the appreciation video will be coming soon. So stay tuned, guys. So here we have Megatron right here compared to these 3 Constructicons that I've already viewed. He looks beefy. I think it works well. I'm not sure if this, and this should be bigger than Megatron, as in the scale for real life representation. I'm not sure because I'm not a construction guy, but for what we get, it looks good. I am satisfied, and I'm definitely liking the way they turned out. So I can't wait to get the last one from Amazon whenever it arrives. So in conclusion, guys, I hope I didn't take up too much of your time, and I appreciate you bearing with me to get to this part of my video review. In conclusion, I just want to summarize and say this is an awesome Constructicon. Yes, it seems basic, but it works. I only have 2 gripes, and that's going to be the no wheels and the painted fist. Other than that, I love it. I'm appreciating what Hasbro has given us, and I'm looking forward to making the Mighty Devastator to give us that 6 Decepticon combiner. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Can't wait for the other 6 Decepticon combiners and whatever else Hasbro has in store. I'm loving what they're doing with the Studio 86 Transformers the movie. Now give us a Metroplex, please. That would be awesome because the Transformers Generation 1 is not quite to G1 accuracy that I would love to own in my collection. But anyway, guys, as what we get for this figure, it has a lot of lime green plastic, purple plastic. The face is painted terrifically. No complaints there. So if you see this guy at your local store or on Amazon and you needed to complete your Devastator, definitely pick it up, guys, because he's worth the buy as a deluxe class figure. As always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And please do all four of these actions because it shows my channel a tremendous amount of support and positive feedback as a YouTube content creator. And thank you once again for spending your time watching my video. Until next time, yeah, bro, I'll see you soon.